Hello, and welcome to Beginner Levelhead Design. If you're watching this video, you should have a pretty basic concept of the things you want to do, how to make a level, how to place enemies, and how to place hazards. You don't need all those things, but they're often good to have just to make an interesting level, make it challenging, and make it interesting. So we're going to actually make a complete level now. I'm also going to show you how to test it. So we've got just the very beginnings here. We haven't really done much. We've got the goal over here. We're not going to move it for the purposes of this video. We're just going to throw some stuff around and have some fun. We're going to keep this here just as a little bit of exploration bonus if someone wants to go ahead and put that there. We'll put some stuff here. Just a bit of a jump challenge. We're going to put a vac rat, which is very basic enemy that just kind of goes back and forth for fun. We'll create a slightly bigger one on this one. We'll leave those there. We'll leave that here. We're going to leave this as is just for the moment. We'll add a bit more in it. But I want to show you how to test a level and how to cheese it. So the first thing, once you think you've got your level how you want, you can press E in this case, or click on play, or whatever it is on console. That'll bring you right to the back of the level. And give it a play. And that you have to finish the level just like this in order to ship it. Now if you want to ship it, you can go right ahead. It'll take you to another screen after this. That'll have you do this. You select some tags. We're going to put beginner friendly and simple. You can select up to 3 tags. The only other thing that isn't always explained correctly is that there are a few tags that are linked to each other. As you can see, beginner friendly is here. I've clicked that. You can see this one casual has a slightly darker blue to it. I can't select that. I can only select one of these. I can't select both beginner friendly and casual. I also can't do complex or intense or kaizo if I've selected one of these other ones. Okay. Simple beginner friendly. Music is going to be that. Weather's off. Then we can ship it. You click it once, and then it gives you your last. This is the last screen you'll get before you can totally ship it off into the wild. But we're going to continue editing for now. Keep in mind now, even though you've completed it, any changes you make, if you don't ship it directly after you complete it, you'll have to complete the level again. So let's say you wanted to test a particular portion of the level, but you didn't want to start from the beginning. This is what the cheese level function is for. Now, I hope you can see it on the screen, but there's this little tiny reticle right there. So on consoles, you would also use this to place, I believe, to place whatever thing you have selected. But in this case, on mouse and keyboard, you're mainly going to use it as to where the center of your screen is, but also where cheese will happen. So you click cheese level, and it's going to start you right there. Keep in mind that if you complete the level this way, it does not count. It also, there's a couple of things about cheese, for example. If you had, I think, depending on the element, some of these elements will be visible in cheese, but not be visible to an actual player. One of those is the camera function. We're not going to cover it here, but it's this one here. So, say we did that there. If we press cheese, it's visible to you, but it's not visible to anyone else. We'll go back to that. So we'll just go back to that screen right now. So let's just start here for fun. We'll cheese this. up at the top of the screen, it says cheese mode. Press F in this case. So now you have a few different options if you need to cheese. These options will carry over every time you decide to cheese a level. So you can give yourself a default power-up, what you're carrying, whether you're totally invincible, how many gems you've already collected, and how many enemies you've already defeated. These are really important for particularly complex levels that would require you, in order to progress, to have a certain amount of gems collected or a certain amount of enemies defeated. Or if you're just trying to look around and see potential points of unintended things, invincibility might be a good option there. Reset will turn everything back to exactly this. But for example, let's say we've already left the package here. I'll show you. So we've cheesed it, but we don't have the package here. So we would, if we were to cheese it just like this, we'd have to go back and get the package and then try and complete the level that way. But in this case, oops, carry item, the package. So now whenever we cheese, the package is already attached to us. So then we can just go and try everything this way. So that is how you cheese. You're going to be using cheese a lot, and it's really important that for testing difficulty and how something feels, it's really important you play test a lot. You can only get so much feedback that way and sculpt your level, but at the very basic, you do need to cheese your levels to figure out how they're going to perform out in the wild. Cheesing is also, like I said, good for testing out something that maybe you're not quite sure how it's going to be. So for example, now we know that we can clear this, but what if you weren't sure if someone else could clear it? Try something there. So now you have the opportunity to see what it's like for them. Okay? That seems good enough. We can keep that there. They can just run towards. Towards the goal there, and they can complete the level that way for maybe a very, very fast way of doing it. But you just want to consider where people could do the other version of cheese, which is do something else that you, the designer, did not intend. Like, for example, let's just say you really did want them to go up here, kill these guys, and jump down into here. But a very smart person might just realize that they can just jump this gap, go over, and run straight towards the goal. By testing and cheesing, you should be able to figure out if that is something you want to happen, or whether that's something that you want to design against. So if we were to design against it, then we could just kind of do something like that, and that would effectively block them from at least going this way. They could probably just jump over and do that if they wanted to, but in this case, we'll just keep it. We'll just keep it like that. There's no real need to do anything other than that. And in fact, just for fun, just to show something else we could do, is we can just put some gems down here, but we'll keep them invisible. Hit the copy, so then we can just kind of go like that, click and drag. This one can go back down. So then they don't know they're here, but if they decide to take this route, they'll get some more gems that way. So let's put it all together. Once you decide you are happy with the way it totally is, you go like this. You complete a level in the way you see fit. And that's it. You ship it. So let's ship the level. We're gonna name something else. That doesn't fit at all. But let's see. We could do basic. Basic. No, that would be a adjective. Basic. Level element. Grade 18. And I don't think we need anything else. We can just kind of go with that. I don't know how that's going to let us do it, because if it's, I don't think you can have the same. I don't think you can have the same name as anyone else, but if you're happy with it, you're going to ship it. It does a little animation for you. And then there's a little dance. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. In further videos, I will describe some intermediate functions and some design principles that are sometimes overlooked. Have a great day. I'm Mazasus. Thanks for watching.